So welcome to this short practice video with myself, Liz Turner. This is going to be suitable for those of you who attend an evening class with me. But despite that, to begin with, I'm going to go over doing the throat breathing for anybody who's new to this practice. It's called ujjayi breathing. So just find a comfortable, relaxed position. You can lay down on the back, or you can just sit up if you prefer with an upright spine, and just follow these initial guidelines. So to begin with, just allow the breath to settle down to natural. Take a few moments to feel yourself softening and the breath coming back to normal. Just really pay close attention to the breath for a few moments. And then once your breath has settled down, we're going to go into doing a practice breath for ujjayi. So I'd like you just to take an inhale through the nostrils, and then when you exhale, just make a hissing sound in the back of the throat to make it like a long, smooth sound like this. And just do that a few times, breathing in nostrils Just do that a few more times while I talk a little bit. So basically what you're aiming for is this smooth sound, and also you want to feel the rubbing sensation in the back of the throat, so paying a little bit of attention to that as you do this practice. Just a few times, slowly and gently, and you're aiming for about the same sound from beginning to end. So you don't want to sound like a sigh going out, you want the sound to just be even from the beginning all the way through to the end. Fantastic. So then when you feel like you've got the hang of that, see if you can basically close the mouth now and make the same sound as you inhale as well as exhaling, so that you're more or less doing it continuously. You have a short natural pause at the end of the inhale and also at the end of the exhale. So it will sound a bit like this. I'll just do a demonstration. And basically, when we do all of the movements, so if we inhale, raise our arms, we're making that sound at the same time. So if you are new, just do your best to follow along to this. Okay, so we're going to start with taking a short relaxation on the back. Just come down and find a position where the legs are stretched out and the feet are coming out to the side and the arms are coming out to the side, and you can relax completely down onto the floor. Come back to natural breath and just watching this closely for a few moments. And then start to breathe again with your ujjayi, your throat breathing. And again, paying attention to the smooth sounds and the rubbing sensation in the back of the throat. And then just come back to natural breath, take a moment. And we're going to slowly and gently make our way up to standing. So if you just bend the knees, roll over to one side, and just make your way up to a standing position. See if you can find a standing position with the feet together so that you know your body is symmetrical. And just pay a little bit of attention to your feet touching the floor there. Standing upright, lifting up through the chest, shoulders relaxed and down. And just notice your balance as you stand here. Close the eyes if you want to. And then pay a little bit of attention to your natural breath again. And then just restart doing the ujjayi breathing, making this sound in the back of the throat, making sure that you're breathing through the nostrils with the mouth closed. And then as you continue to breathe like that, just opening the eyes, ready for some movement. And then the next time that you inhale, we're going to raise the arms up to the side, bring them up above the head, interlace the fingers and stretch up with the palms lifting up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, just lower back down again. Just go with the length of your breath. We're going to do this 2 more times. So we're inhaling, raising up. You're basically trying to match your movements to this slow throat breathing. And then exhaling, lowering back down again. 1 more time, so inhaling. And then exhaling. Fantastic. In between, just take a little pause, take some natural breaths. So what we're going to do next is go through a few different movements, moving the spine in a different direction. So if you could interlace the fingers behind the back with the palms facing up, and then we're going to take an inhale, lift up through the chest, maybe push the hips forward if possible, chin tucked down. And then as you exhale, just slowly come up right again. And just do that 3 times in total. So you inhale, lifting up through the chest, shoulders coming back, hips forward, and then exhale, coming up right again. 1 more time. Lovely. After this one, just relax the arms down by the sides. We're going to do a side bend now. So just following me, take an inhale, raise the arms up to the interlace and stretch again. And then as you exhale, just side bend to your left. See if you can push your hips out. And then inhale, come up to center. We're going to go left again 1 more time. So exhaling, going over directly to the side. Inhaling, coming up. And then from here, we're going to go 2 times to the right like that. You can always adjust the speed for your own length of breath. When you come back up after the 2, just exhale and relax the arms back down and just soften through the shoulders, taking a couple of natural breaths here. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going into a twist now for our spine. So if we bring the hands behind the back, hold on to the elbows or possibly the forearms or wrists, just nice and open in the front. And then take an inhale, nice and tall. And as you exhale, twist to your left, staying upright. See if you can look around with the head as well. And then inhale, slowly coming to the front. And then we're going to do that one more time as well. So exhaling and inhaling. When you've come back from the left, it's 2 times on the right. So exhaling, just double checking that you're keeping the feet in the same place on the floor. Inhaling, coming back to the front. And then 1 more time. When you get back to the front, just exhale, keep the arms in that position. Take a couple of natural breaths in between. And then we'll come back to ujjayi breath. So what we're going to do is a forward bend. So we're going to inhale with ujjayi, lift up through the chest, a possible back bend with the hips coming forward. And then as you exhale, reach forward with the chest, folding from the hips and come part way down for a forward bend. And then inhale, come back up again. We're going to do it 1 more time, halfway forward. And then after that, we'll go the whole way forward. So exhaling, trying to make like a number 7 with your body. Inhaling, coming back up again. Optional back bend again at the top. And then exhale, come all the way forward. So that means you come through the position you came to before and come down further if you can, relaxing the head as well. Inhaling, coming up again. Optional back bend. And then we're going to do this 1 more time. You can bend the knees if you need to any time in these forward bends. When you come back up after this one, just straighten the body up, no back bend. And then just exhale and relax the arms down by the side. Fantastic. Take those couple of natural breaths there again. So what we're going to do now is come into a squat. We're going to keep our feet together like this. So basically just take an inhale, raise the arms out in front, and then as you exhale, come part way down, like maybe half of your capacity, and then inhale slowly back up again. And then we're going to do that one a second time as well. So we're exhaling, coming down, inhaling, coming up. We're going to go down again and come down to our full capacity here. So as you exhale, come down, making sure you keep the heels on the floor. A little bit further, and this will vary for everyone. Inhale back up again, and then one more time. When you come back up after this one, just exhale and relax the arms back down. And take a little pause, take some natural breaths. So we're going to do 2 more squats in each position, but with a different arm position. So just follow me for this one. So take an inhale, raise the arms up to the interlace and stretch up, lifting a little. And then as you exhale, come down into the squat part way again. Keep the arms high. Inhale, come up, stretch up again. And then one more time for this half one. Exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, coming up slowly. And then 2 times coming down to your full capacity. So just exhaling, coming down. Again, keep the arms high, keep the heels on the floor. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, coming down. When you come back up after this one, just exhale and relax the arms back down. And just do take a few moments to allow the breath to come back to natural. Standing upright, the feet and the toes relaxed on the floor until the breath comes back to a resting position. What we're going to do actually is close our eyes now and just observe how your balance is doing in this position. Again, it's possible it may have changed from the beginning. Notice also your natural breath, all the attention going to this natural breath. And then just bring the attention back to the throat and start to breathe with the ujjayi breathing again, making a long, smooth sound. Really paying close attention to the rubbing sensation in the throat again as you breathe and practice like this. Wonderful. So then come back to natural breath and just open the eyes. And then we're going to bring our legs wide. So you want to come about leg length, so it's a bit wider perhaps. You may think initially, leg length, possibly slightly less with the toes pointing slightly out to the side. And then just follow me for this. So we're just going to take an inhale, raise the arms up to here. And then as you exhale, just side bend to your left, keeping the head looking forward and neutral. Inhale, come back up again. We're going to do this one more time. So exhaling, don't change anything else, just directly to the side. Inhaling, back up again. And then we're going to come to the side again, but then lean forward. So side, and then bringing yourself further down. So you're actually leaning forward to come down, inhale, come back up again. And we're going to do that again on this side. So exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, coming back up. And then this last time we're going to come down and hold the position. So just exhale, come down, find a suitable position for your hand. Check both legs are straight, head is neutral, not coming forward. And then optionally you can look up towards the top hand, holding and breathing here. You can always keep the head forward if that's uncomfortable for the neck. Resting the hand just gently on the leg. And then the next time that you inhale, just come back up again, bringing the arms up, and then exhale, relax them back down. Once again, just take a little pause, breath comes back to natural. And then we'll be going on to the other side in the same way. So just taking an inhale, raising the arms slowly, and as you exhale, we'd like side bending to the left, so the hips and the legs stay still. So inhaling, coming back up again, and then one more time, exhaling. Inhaling back up. So then we're coming down further. So we exhale, we come to that first position, and then it's fine to lean forward. Inhaling, coming up again. And then one more time, coming down and back up. And then the third time we're going to hold. So we come down to this position, find a suitable position for your hand, shin or ankle, possibly even the outside of the foot. Check the head is neutral, hasn't come forward. And then optionally, again, looking up towards that top hand, breathing with ujjayi here. So this ujjayi breath helps to act as a guidance system. If it's too strong for you, you may find your breath is not as smooth, and it's time to rest. The next time that you inhale, just come back up now anyway, and then exhale and relax the arms back down. Fantastic. Just take a little moment there. Wonderful. So what we're going to do is turn the feet the other way. So turn yourself to the right, have the right foot forward and the left foot back on the diagonal. Now the degree that you have it on the diagonal is basically where it enables your hips to square up to the front like this. Feel like the hip bones are just pointing forward. Wonderful. Okay, so just follow me for this one. We're going to take an inhale, raise the arms up. There's an optional back bend here. And then as you exhale, fold forward from the hips, bringing the hands down. See if you can inhale, bring the arms high first, and then continue on up. If this is too strong for you, instead just place the hands on the lower back when you come back up. So exhaling, coming forward. So the hands could come on the lower back at this point, or inhale, raise the arms first, coming on up. And then exhale and come into the position and hold, so come forward. Relax the head down. And you're just breathing here. Let's take 3 long, smooth breaths. You're trying to work the front of the front leg straight. So on the exhale, just working towards that. And if it is straight, you're trying to work the front of the right hip back. When you've done your 3 breaths, lift the arms and come back up in the same way, straighten the body up. And then exhale, just relax the arms back down again slowly with the breath. Fantastic. So we're just going to change to the other side. So we can swivel our feet around. Left foot forward, right foot's on a diagonal again, to the degree that enables the hips to square up to the front. Just make sure you feel comfortable in your position. And then taking that ujjayi inhale, lifting the arms up, optional back bend, and exhaling, coming forward. Relax the head, but inhale, raise the arms, come back up. Again, you have this alternative of the hands on the lower back. And then we're going to do 2 more times. So exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, coming up. And then this last time we're coming into the position to hold again. So again, relax the head down, allowing it to stretch the neck, feel the feet equally on the floor. Take your 3 breaths, trying to straighten the front leg. And if it is straight, you're trying to pull the crease at the front of the left hip back. Again, when you've done your 3 breaths, take your time, but inhale, raise the arms, come back up, straighten up, and then exhale, relax the arms back down. Wonderful. Just bring yourself back to centre, with the feet pointing forward but slightly out, like this basically, as I'm doing with my hands. And then we'll just do a wide-legged forward bend. You may want to bring the legs a little bit wider. And then take an inhale, raise the arms up to the interlace and stretch. And then as you exhale, separate the hands and come forward and relax the head down. See if you can get the hands on the floor, and once again just take 3 breaths here. floor. So when you've done your 3 breaths, either place the hands on the lower back or see if you can interlace the fingers with the palms facing down towards the feet. Inhale, raise the arms up as high as you can first, and then continue on up to standing straight up. And then exhale, just lower the arms back down. Fantastic. Take a little pause. We're going to have a go at jumping our feet back together, but you can always just step them back if you prefer. So just follow me for this. So take an ujjayi inhale. Exhale completely, and at the end of the exhale, bend the knees. See if you can just jump back together. Fantastic. Okay, so we're now going to come down onto our backs. So if you just make your way down, take a short relaxation. So as we began, just stretch the legs out, a little bit of space between the feet, bringing the arms out to the side and relaxing the shoulders down. Allow yourself to take a few deep breaths. And each time that you exhale, feel the whole body sinking down into the floor. Just letting go. Relaxing the muscles. And feeling the relaxation come into the hips joint, all the joints as well. Feeling the body heavy on the floor. And then from here, we're going to bring the legs together. See if you can have the feet touching, the legs touching, and bring the arms down by the side with the palms facing down. Take a few ujjayi breaths here, making this smooth sound in the back of the throat. And see if you can expand the chest on the inhale. And slowly pull the belly in on the exhale. And as you exhale like this, try to make the exhale longer. Keep that breath going while we add some movements in. So we're going to interlace the fingers, palms facing down towards the feet. That's the starting position. And then take an inhale, raise the arms up. Try to keep the shoulders in contact with the floor. And come back to the point that feels comfortable for you. So you might be here, you might come onto the floor. And then as you exhale, just lower them back down again. Just repeat this a few times. So we're inhaling, raising up. Again, you're matching the movements to your own breath. Exhaling, lowering back down again. The next time that the arms come up, we're going to hold a position. So if possible, we have the hands on the floor, but if this is uncomfortable for the shoulders, just separate the hands. Allow the shoulders to drop down, or alternatively, you can bring the arms out to the side, and this will really enable your shoulders to drop down. But do the one that's suitable for you. We're going to take a few breaths here, expanding the chest on the inhale. And slowly pulling the belly in on the exhale so that you're really lengthening your breath again. See if you can tuck your chin down as well, back of the head on the floor, elongating the neck, chin coming down towards the collarbone area. Let's take 2 or 3 more breaths here like this. Inhaling, expanding the chest. Exhaling, lengthening the breath, pulling the belly in. So the next time that you exhale, just lower the arms back down. And when they come back down, just bring the hands apart and relax the arms down onto the floor. Just take a few natural breaths, but try to maintain this position with the arms by the side and the feet and the legs together. Just see if you can maintain kind of the mental state from that practice. Don't try to do anything. Just be aware of the breath. And then from here we're going to come up to a sitting position. So if you bend the knees, roll to one side, and see if you can make your way into Baddha Konasana, where you bring the soles of the feet together and you try to bring them in close towards the pelvis and the hip area. If you want to, you can sit against a wall, and what this will do is help keep the back straight. So if you find it difficult, you can also sit on a block if you want to raise the hips up. Bring the hands around the feet, around the toes, or alternatively on the top of the feet. But the main objective with this is that you want to have a nice upright spine, so that you're always lifting up through the chest and you're not rounding the back in any way at all. As I say, take the wall, take a block or a cushion if that helps you to achieve that. So again, we're going to take a few breaths here. So closing the eyes and breathing with ujjayi. And again, as you inhale, we're expanding the chest. And as you exhale, pulling the belly in, again doing this long exhale. So on these held movements, the last two that we've done, eventually it may be that you can do twice as long on the exhale. These held positions being called mudras or still positions. Inhaling, expanding the chest. Slowly exhaling, pulling the belly in. See if you can also do the chin lock. So again, you're tucking the chin down, not tensing the back of the neck though. It's like the top of the head, it's like the very back and the top of the head is like coming up to the ceiling. And imagine that you may be against the wall, but if not, imagine you're against the wall and you want the head feeling as if it's staying against the wall there. So you're stretching the top of the spine. Keep the breath going, lengthening the exhale. See if you can take one or two more breaths here. And when you feel ready, just opening the eyes, bringing one leg forward and then the other. Just stretch them out for a moment. We're going to come back to a cross-legged position, but just make sure you haven't got tension formed in the area. And then just come back to a sitting position, so say cross-legged, so it can be cross-legged. You can also sit against the wall. You must make sure that the hips are tucked right back in there so that you're really lifting up through the chest. You can alternatively sit in a kneeling position. You just want to be in the right position so that again you can have an upright spine and you can feel yourself tall there just for a few minutes. So I'm going to come a little bit closer to go over this breathing practice that we're going to do. So just double check your position there. And initially just again notice your natural breath and how it's doing right now. Eyes closed. And then we're going to go into doing a breath practice called Analoma Ujjayi. Some of you will have done it with me before. So we'll take the right hand and bring the first two fingers down onto the palm like this. Then you bring the hand up to the nose and you have the thumb and the ring finger just below the hard part of the nose, just resting in there. And then when you need either of them to close the nostril or partially close the nostril is best, you can just slide it down, slide it back up and then slide the other one down. So one nostril you'll be breathing out of with it partially closed and the other one will be completely closed ideally. So just set yourself up, relax the elbow down, relax the shoulders down, make sure your head is in the centre. Find that position for the finger and thumb. And then inhale with ujjayi breath, the throat breathing. And then exhale, breathe out of the left nostril. So close the right nostril, partially close the left nostril, breathe out. Release that, inhale ujjayi, throat breath, close the left nostril, partially close the right, breathe out that one. And just continue like that, always inhaling ujjayi, throat breathing, exhaling alternate nostril, the other nostril. Just make each breath long and smooth, as long as possible. And pay real attention to the breath, so as you're breathing in you can focus on the throat, and as you breathe out you focus on whichever nostril you're on. Just continue like this for another few moments. So the next time that you breathe out of the right nostril, just lower the hand back down and come back to natural breath. Keep the eyes closed. We'll just go into a short meditation. So initially just notice how your breath is doing right now. Natural breath, no throat breathing. Just observe how it is. And then just a couple of focal points to finish. So initially, see if you can point the eyes internally towards the tip of the nose, so it can help to open the eyes, angle them in that direction, close the eyes, keep that angle. We won't be here very long, just keep them at this angle for a few moments. Relax the eyes from that position. See if you can point the eyes downwards now towards the centre of the chest. Literally angling them down. Keep doing this. If any thoughts pop up, just come back to the practice. Try just to relax away from them. And then relax the eyes back to a natural position and just take a few moments feeling a sense of stillness, feeling a sense of peace and calm, and making this your focus for a few moments. And then we're going to come out of our short meditation. So just noticing all the places where your body's touching the floor. And slowly and gently, when you feel ready, just opening the eyes. So thank you very much. Namaste to all of you. Thank you for practicing. And I will see you all soon.